Hey everybody, welcome back. Welcome back to another video. Didn't know how to start this video off today, honestly. Not because I didn't know, but I just have a couple different topics I wanted to talk about. I just didn't know which one to talk about right now. But I guess that gives out more content, or brings out more, gives me some more to do. But I'll just go to the first one that hit my mind today and that I've been thinking on for a long time and that I just wanna beat to death. And that is just I'm sure you see it in the title right now, and that's the untapped potential of my community. And you know which community I'm talking about. I'm sitting right in front of you. You might be part of that community, sitting looking at me thinking what he's talking about, but I'm looking back at you because you are either my brother or sister, and we're in the same boat here. The untapped potential in the field of animation. Yes, yes, yes. Hey, you know what? The thing is, why am I watching this video? Why does this brother keep talking? Why does he just keep running his mouth? Why does his mouth keep moving? And why am I not seeing anything coming out of this brother? He has not been animated. He just talks. He's just been talking all the time, and I just don't want to listen to him talk anymore. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. I do. I'm more. I hear what you're saying. I'm out here. But I just want to get some stuff off my chest. Give me, cut me a little slack. I like to talk to myself, and it's not healthy for me to keep doing that. Just be with me for a little bit. Hear me out. Again. All right? All right, man. Whatever. You're going to do it anyways. You're just going to keep talking. I'm just going to listen in for about 2 to 3 minutes, and then I'll just like the video and go about my business. That's fine. At least I got your 2 or 3 minutes of time. Whatever, man. I'm already about to leave. You're already pushing your limits. All right. I can't concise it down into 30 seconds. You got about 15 right now. But all right, man. Listen. You see why I got to do this. Hey. So I was thinking, man, and it's just a whole animation play. I used to be in this community on the internet. I want to do a video on that one in the future. I used to be in this community, and you know what really got this rolling is when I do animations or when I animate, when I produce something in the past, and I release something, and then I'll talk. Or like when I first came out, when I first showed my face and everything, everybody was just like, "Hey, man, I thought you were Asian." I was like, "Hey, your animations are actually good. I actually thought you were like from, I thought you were Japanese. I thought you were Asian or something." I'm like, "What? Why would you?" Ah, ah, ah. So you thought I was Asian? You thought I was Asian? That's interesting. So you think because I produce some quality type of animations, you already instinctively in your mind put me in a demographic that has a high standard in that field. Ah, ah. I'm not sure whether to be flattered or flabbergasted. You know what I'm saying? Hey, nah, but I mean, jokes aside, man. Yeah, you thought I was Asian because I animated well or draw well. You know what? You thought I was of Eastern descent because I, perform adequately. Uh, yeah, man. I didn't think you were black. Well, I'm not, but yeah, I am of a, and it dawns on me, man. It's just there's so many people in this community of my complexion, and they were phenomenal artists, man. They were extraordinary artists, extraordinary talented animators and artists, storytellers that could go beyond their time. And it's a shame. It's a shame that so many of them fall off either due to video games or just a lack of interest in pursuing that kind of skill. That's fallen on me, and I don't know if any of them actually. I'm sure a lot of them can continue. No. Let me hold a cap to me. There's a lot of them that are still continuing, but it's not to sustain us, So I came up with this theory. I want to go in a little bit more into this theory, and it's the black hole theory, or the black hole community. I like the black hole thing. I like the name for it, but I just forgot. I want to find like a good mark for a good tag or a slogan for it. Title, sorry, Jesus. And the theory is there's a black hole. There's this giant black hole. What I said in the previous video, there's this giant black hole of unreached and untapped potential, because with my community, my demographic, billions, millions, trillions of dollars is going into other institutions spread across the globe, and we're gonna stick primarily into animation. Great artists. There's a lot of hip hop artists. You got the blues and the midnight soul train and all that stuff. You got the rap industry has exploded. Hip hop industry has exploded. There's a lot of artists. There's a lot of comedians, and there's a lot of objectification and sex. Phenomenal, especially on Instagram and all that. Great. You have sexualized our culture. Phenomenal. In animation now, that's another thing I want to get into, is a whole brand behind our community, and that's tartering, that's just tainting each and every one of our products, or just our image in general. And in my whole black hole theory is there's just so much wealth, so much that you don't know. There's so much in it. You don't even know what can come out of it, what can go in it, what's inside of it. And it is limitless. You know what I'm saying? So if we bring that type of theory, or that black hole theory, into a humanistic world, in a humanistic world sense, saying that if I created this, it can go on for generations and generations and generations, and it can sustain a community and teach others, and it can spread out apart and across different mind states. So this is different worlds and everything. So it's something that can generate something. It can build onto something. And we've already seen an example of that. It can build an entire nation. It can build an entire company. It can restructure an entire civilization, mentally and physically as well. Well, obviously, physically as well, and spiritually, economically, and all those type of financial plays and everything. So we can see that this black hole theory, everybody can reach into it. But the main subject of that black hole theory is the first word of that text. The black community is the creation or the spawn of this hole that cannot be filled, but it can be represented. It can be represented. So there's already a market. There's already 2 markets that's been made. There's a third that's there and is plentiful for everybody to reach in. But someone needs to put a tag over it. And I see it. And I'm not trying to create, it's possible for me to create it, but I'm trying to bring everybody over I'm trying to make our community not be afraid. Don't be afraid. I'll tell you a story. Yesterday, because I just got a new job, and yesterday one of the coworkers asked me, about animation. I felt kind of, pushed back. I felt kind of queasy because I don't want to, I don't want to talk about my whole YouTube thing at work. Because I don't want the company looking me up and they see me talking about this and they'll be like, hey man, you're just discriminating. What the hell? Discriminating against your own kind, man. I don't like what you're doing on that YouTube thing, talking about logic and stuff. Get out of the job, man. We don't want that kind of friendly. I don't know. I was making that stuff up, but yeah, he asked me about the whole animation. I pushed back a little bit. I was just like, I don't want to discuss all that, but I explained myself because at that point in that juncture, I just realized, and I've been trying to big up myself a little bit and just try to say accept your role as an animator. Oh, key light went out. Sorry about that. Accept your role as an animator, and be embraceful and love what you do. Hold on, let me plug it in. All right. Sorry about that. Key light just went out. But yeah, be embraceful. Don't be afraid to say, yes, I'm an animator. These are just things I like to do. Explain your job, explain your career, explain your interest in it. Because it's you don't have to prove yourself and being like, this is a difficult job and what have you. But explain and embrace that type of feel. Embrace that you're an artist and that you're in this feeling, in this animation. You're trying to do something in an animation field. Even if it's not something that you're pursuing wholeheartedly or you're not getting any type of money or funds from it, just be like in the back of your head, if it's something that you truly passionate about, something that you want to pursue, just be like, hey, I'm an animator. And this is what I do. We're like, hey, is that the stuff? Is that you make cartoons or something? Is that the cartoon time? And he said the whole cartoon thing. I'm just like, oh my God. See how you see? I think that's me too. But it initially starts with the initiator when they place that cartoon thing, and then it instantly goes on to the whole childish thing. So now this comes to a whole demeaning point. It's just where you have that teeter-totter now. So there's this teeter-totter and you have to do this kind of breaking point. So you're going to have to go ahead and say, yeah, I do the whole cartoon type thing. And I do anime. And that's where it comes to that breaking point where it's like, okay, anime. So they're going to put that stigma on. And the stigma that they're going to put onto it with the whole anime type situation or cartoon. Because you see where I'm going with this? There's no other way. There's no third option. Can there be a third option? Can there be created a third option? I believe there can be. Yeah, I believe it can happen. Yeah, there we go. I believe it can happen. So cartoon, association, Western animation, anime, association, Eastern animation. Where's the middle? Where's the third? Where's the, you don't have to be the middle. You want to be the first, you want to be the last, doesn't matter. But where is that other option? Cartoon is already have a face. I can say cartoon and you instantly think about Disney. I can say anime and you instantly think about Japan or the Eastern demographic. You see how quick that comes about. There's no third. So we as a people have to create not only quantity but more overall quality, because we always boast about our artistic and we're soulful and spiritual is a phenomenal. You're spiritual, you're soulful, you love your music, I feel the music and I move my body, great. Do what you want to do, phenomenal. You've been preaching that for years. Now how about you implement that? I know we're very artistic. Implement that into a new structure. We have the resources and we can make it happen, and we can put a different spin onto many of the things that's already been established, or we create our own, brand that black hole. Other than and just stop using your resources and feeding. Here's the black hole. Can you see it? Here's the black hole. Here's the other two sources, the cartoon and the anime. Black holes suck, but this black hole is spewing out money. into these other avenues. So if have you ever seen like the quantum, not the quantum, the infinite symbol, or it's actually represented in space or in diagrams or in other kind of 3D models where it's like an infinite. Can I do that? Did I do that correctly? There we go. Like an infinite thing right there. I messed up. I have confused myself. But you see those two circles, and then there's a black hole, and so everything is being taken out of that, getting resourced and circled around into the other two factors, put back in, and it just comes right back out. But what if you broke that? So what if you broke that and just they have their own circles and you have your own? You have your own pull. You have your own, you have your own, you have your own pull. Wouldn't that be phenomenal? Wouldn't it be great if I didn't have to say anime and it's already associated with something, or I didn't have to say cartoon, it's already associated with something. Or if I just said something, a completely different word. I don't know. Anico. Something different. It's like, what's an Anico? Yeah, I saw the Anico show last Wednesday or something. That thing was good. Like, who creates that type of stuff? Hey. We can create that. It's a whole new generation of people. And it can happen. The only thing that's bringing it down is our brand, our image. When you think about the black community, when you think about my demographic, when you think about yourself, if you're of that kind of color or of that kind of community, what is the main selling point of our community? Is it education? Is it education is teaching, right? Is it education? Is it finance? Music? Comedy? Entertainment? Sex? What are the main things that drive our culture? That just comes off the top of your head. If I say Asia, what are the first keywords that come to your mind? If I say Holland, what are the first key things that come to your mind? If I say United Kingdom, a mixed type of thing. All right, North America. What would you associate that with? If I say Chicago, if I say Bronx, if I say South Miami, if I say these words, what kind of things come to your head? Violence? Think about it. I'm gonna do a video on that. Think about what's bringing what imagery is lowering down our value. Think about it for a little bit. It's interesting. Because if you think about anime, it's a growing asset. The people behind it already have value to their stereotypical plays that heighten it a little bit more. But anything that comes from our demographic, it's already instantly, it's like when you buy a car and you drive it off the lot and it's 50%, it's 50 or 70% cheaper, or it's degraded in value. Think about it for a little bit. But I don't want to get this video going on for a little bit too long. Hey, thank you for watching. And most importantly, hope you learned something. If you want to go ahead, do what you want to do. Just give me a like, man. Really appreciate it, all right? And I'll see you in the next video. Stay safe.